pool where I stand here is one of the new parks from Sarinah post-renovation. It is measured 15 by 15 meters and becoming one of the most favorite photo spots of the visitors in Sarinah because, as you can see here, the pool can reflect the whole Sarinah building. Wow, it is beautiful, right? There are many things that we can see inside the new Sarinah, and also many historical and also cultural facts inside the first ever shopping center in Indonesia. So how is Sarinah's new face today? Let's join my journey to see Masa Kini.
Since the idea of its development initiated in 1960, Sarinah was prepared for a special mission. The first president of the Republic of Indonesia once called Sarinah as a symbol of a new independent nation. From time to time, Sarinah has had renovations without diminishing its historical value.
Sarinah has a very big history and also information about the culture of Indonesia itself.
Yeah.
So back in 1962, when our first president, Insinyur Soekarno, built the first department store in Indonesia, and also it happened to be the first mall in Indonesia at that time. And the purpose of this initiative basically to provide the place for all the local product from the small medium enterprise and also from daily needs, and Indonesia at that time needs a showcase to really show to the world that Indonesia is a modern country, has a lot of things to offer. And then Sarinah at that time was also meant to be the price stabilizer. And because of that, it's evaluated and also evolved until now and become the culture building. And after the renovation, after the transformation, now we have the new Sarinah like you have seen today.
What about the name between Sarinah itself? Is it have like special meaning behind that?
And it's very interesting also where our founding father used his nanny, which is Mbok Sarinah, become the name of this department store and also the mall. It was really an honor for everyone and also for the women empowerment movement at that time, because the founding father very respect to Mbok Sarinah. From her, he learned a lot of things, life, and then the value of being lovable, being also kind to anyone, regardless the level and also the status of people. So we have to respect and we have to help, and then it's become like the collective work and join hand in hand to achieve our goals. The logo also mentioning about Sarinah itself, and it's a handwriting of our founding father based on the information that we researched. So that's why with this transformation, we didn't really change the logo. We just make it very strong and also very bold, that Sarinah with the right color and also using still the handwriting.
I'm just looking around at the ground floor. There is a historical relief there, right? Can you tell us more about that, like the story behind historical reliefs and the process of this discovery of the reliefs itself?
Yeah, that's why Sarinah is considered as the cultural heritage building, because it has a few iconic of culture heritage building, and one of that is the relief that you see in the ground floor.
Yeah.
So it's built at the same time with Sarinah building back in 1960s, and it's been there for the public around 1970, and now we open the relief again for public with a little bit of conservation, because it's been 30 years more that we don't really touch this relief. So we have the collaboration with an artist and also with a historian to conserve that building. And it's very obvious that it really relates to Sarinah's spirit, because Sarinah was meant to be the to support the local economy, and you can see from the relief itself, it consists of 15 statues represent fishermen and also farmer and also the seller, and it creates like a traditional market hand in hand, helping the economic growth, and it's very suitable with Sarinah spirit now to support the small medium enterprise and also a local product and bring them to the next level, which is to a global market.
Launched on August 15, 1966, Sarinah was also mentioned as the latest technology showroom at the time. Sarinah is the first building in Indonesia which has walking stairs or escalators, air conditioners, and advanced computers to support administration.
It's very obvious, you know, as the first department store in Indonesia, the first mall in Indonesia. So the escalator also became the first escalator in Indonesia, because we want to combine the historical and modernism, the history and the future. So we keep one of them to show that this was meant for bridging from the first floor to the second floor, and the shape was also very unique, and you couldn't find the similar escalator anymore now. So that's why we put side by side with the new escalator. So it really tells that the old and new must be together to achieve something which is very good in the future.
Yeah, the common goal. Okay. Sarinah's transformation was and is still bringing new hope. What is the new hope? Sit tight, because we will be right back.
As a community mall, Sarinah is expected to become a place where creativity gathers, or a meeting place for the community. Some open-air spots in Sarinah now become public's favorite spots, like the amphitheater, which is favorable for photography, and the third-floor sky deck, an outdoor space for community activities such as music and art performance, film, expo, and pop-up. So is Anjungan Sarinah, an outdoor spot which is frequently functioned as a location for art performance.
Talking about the new concept of Sarinah, you've mentioned before that Sarinah is becoming a community mall. Maybe you can more elaborate about the concept of community mall itself.
Yeah. Interestingly, a community mall is kind of a new terminology in the retail industry, but it's very simple, where it's a place where we really have a community as our base. So that's why the mall is driven not only by the product, but also by the event, by the initiative, activity, creative program. As you can see in our Anjungan Sarinah, every weekend we provide space for the musician, dancer, and even some kind of traditional culture performance. We have that, and it creates a lot of engagement with the public, with the customer, and we feel like very close, not intimidating, inclusive, where people can really enjoy the creative program with a very relaxed situation and really become very homey, and also can create more activity.
About 500 business fields have participated. They are fashion, fabric crafts, commodity, furnitures, medical and beauty products, arts and craft, food and beverage, creative products, duty-free, supermarket, restaurants, food court, and many more.
Here in the first floor. Tell us about the first floor.
The first floor is also various products we display here. Like you see here, this is a beauty or cosmetic area where we provide all local product from cosmetic, from the big brand, the medium brand, also small brand. So we want to have like a rumah cosmetic for all local brand, because this is a very potential and also interesting area. In second floor, this is the floor where more products for the young generation, like your age. So we have many brands, which is all local here.
Local brands, yes.
From basic wear, a little bit of ethnic, but with a very affordable price point. So Sarinah has a few segments to cater. So that's why if we go to the ground floor, it's more premium product with premium price. And then go to the first level, it's less premium and then more affordable. And then go to the second floor, where all the product is really good quality with a very reasonable price, and it caters to young people. It has a lot of different angles, but one thing for sure, the spirit is still the same, that we support the local product, the small medium enterprise, to go to the next level, even until to the global market. So the difference, which is very obvious, is of course the building itself. The renovation took about 1.5 years, and it resulted the place like you see here, with 8 floors of retail and also a lot of open space as our landscape, a lot of green area, and the feature itself we create in such a way so it can be the multi-format destination. And then we also have the trading house, which is more to B2B, to support export of our SME product. And then in the 6th floor, it's very unique. We have the art gallery. We call it District Seni, and it provides a space also for some artists to show their creativity, their product. We hope Sarinah can be the one-stop destination when it comes to the local product, and also for the tourists, must-visit place.
And lastly, what are your hopes for Sarinah in the future?
Yeah, Sarinah Tamrin is only one store, which is our flagship store. And as mentioned also by Mr. Eric Thohir, that there will be more Sarinah in other places. Because Sarinah, we believe, is not only the store or the shopping center, but it's also a room for social, for culture, for digital, and also for lifestyle.
Sarinah's new spirit is also outstanded by giving space of appreciation of Indonesian arts. For instance, in the form of Art District. Located in the 6th floor of Sarinah, Art District to become a place of contemplation for artists and also the general communities who would like to learn and also enjoy arts. And we would like to know more about this space with the artistic director, Farah Wardani. Okay, so first of all, congratulations for the Art District in Sarinah.
Yeah.
I really like the space because this is like a great opportunity for the community to be, come together and showcasing their artworks.
Yes.
So maybe a little bit about the concept behind the Art District in Sarinah.
Okay, thank you, Lara. So the concept of the district seni or art district, I think we can call it district seni from now. Well, it's actually like an art. In short, it's an art project platform that tries to serve both both art. In this case, we're still focusing on visual art.
Visual art.
Yeah, like art and art as a cultural practice. And the art market, because usually then before, we try to answer to the need and to the demand of space especially for young emerging artists, and also the public itself. The public needs of like a space that actually really close to the. This space is in the heart of Jakarta, so it's
the central.
It's very accessible. It's accessible, and also can learn more about art and the art ecosystem, but also develop educational programs as well as providing more channels for young artists to sell their artworks. Give more opportunity for there's a new market for them.
Along with the revitalization of Sarinah, the Art District has brought new color to the building since it was officially opened to the public on Pancasila Day, 1st of June 2022.
Well, as you see, the challenge first is that because the challenge and also the opportunity actually is because it's in a mall.
Yes.
And that's why, it's a mall and it's not just a mall, it's Sarinah, which is a historical. This is a historical and a nostalgic place for many people in Jakarta, including me. I grew up, so we really focusing on, I think that this is for the first season, we're trying to showcase what we think as also kind of like greatest hits of the Indonesian living contemporary artists, senior and also young. And so you can see some diversity. Of different approaches, different artistic practices that we hope can give the audience a more
diverse perspectives.
Yes. Bigger perspective of So this is actually quite representative to see the Indonesian art ecosystem. Visual art ecosystem.
Okay, so maybe we want to talk about the first. This is like the first theme, right? This first season. You said earlier, the first season of the exhibition. Maybe we can elaborate more, but maybe we can looking around first. Okay.
About 230 private or collective artworks are exhibited in the first season. One of them is the famous Welcome Monument sculpture mock-up by Edi Sunarso. The statue was initiated by President Sukarno, while the design was developed by the Vice Governor of Jakarta at the time, Heng Ngantung. Another collection which is shown is Chandramawa by Mang Mo, an artwork which collides black and white color perceived as gray. It was inspired by the metaphor of coral with the scenery when clouds turn gray because of pollution.
So this is one of the art space here, Mbak Farah, artworks. Okay, talking about the first theme of the artistic, Berdikari. Can you tell me more about the theme itself, the concept behind the theme, and maybe like the purpose behind the theme itself?
Yeah, so for this, we call it like a pilot project for District Seni, and we started at Sarinah. Again, like I mentioned, that Sarinah is a very historical place. It's built by our first president, Insinyur Soekarno, and Berdikari was, he coined Berdikari as one of his economic policy or economic manifesto in 1962, along with the time when he launched all these development projects in the city, like the Gelora Bung Karno, the stadium, the Selamat Datang monument, and also like this department store. It's the first department store in Southeast Asia, for example. It also had the first escalator in this country, that iconic escalator.
Yes.
And so Berdikari was, we tried to resonate that Berdikari concept. Berdikari means berdiri di atas kaki sendiri, standing on your own feet. So it expressed lots of spirit of independence, spirit of self-sustainability, self-subsistence, and it actually syncs so much with what's happening now in the art scene. Like that's why, like for example, like this is the space of the Gardu House. It's a community of hundreds street artists from Jakarta, and they've been going on like probably like dozens, like almost like more than a decade now, and they grow probably like they're now like the biggest street art collective or community in Southeast Asia. And they're not only like just kind of like a hobbyist or you know, like they also develop their own business model, their own sustainability model, you know, on their own. You know, like they're everywhere actually. So so they represent that spirit of Berdikari. That's what we want to show in this season 1.
With the new face comes the new hope and spirit of Sarinah to promote local brands, small to medium enterprises, as well as Indonesian arts. Also to promote people to come together with the community to appreciate heritage of the culture and also the history of Sarinah. Keep follow Masa Kini to follow current trends and events of art and culture.
Nusantaraku Indonesia.